Hello, Josh here, and what do you do when you have heavy clay soil? Say that you've got a couple, got a foot, 30 centimeters or so of some kind of soil, or even less, and then under that is really hard, solid kind of clay material. What do you do? Now, one of the first things that come to mind is, oh, I'll build on top, raise it up. So by raising it up and putting good soil or putting compost on top, you are going to kind of mitigate the impact of the clay for the first little while. You're also going to have good, organic matter, good biology in that compost, and where the roots are, they're going to be pumping out exudates and creating the soil structure that they like. And if you keep that well watered, then that's going to go in and help break up the clay too. So the roots will eventually go through into the clay and start to break up the clay. However, the one thing to keep in mind with the raising method above the clay is you're going to need a lot more water, because the raised bed is going to drain a lot better. So it's going to be more water hungry. So if you've got the water to do so, then maybe raised garden bed might be an option. I didn't have so much of the water to be able to use, so what I did was I dug out little, I don't know if you can see, oh, so I dug down so I did a little dig out, and that way when it rained the water would fill up my little divots. So I put little swales in and little channels where water could collect, and I mulched over the clay, and then I used drop mulching species. I use plants that could get their roots down into the clay, start to break it up. So I, tubers, anything that could really penetrate in with the roots and start to break up that clay. I also then inoculated, so I put biology on, I put organic matter in the form of mulch on, and as those plants grew, I dropped mulch them back down into the soil to build good soil profile. I started off with pretty much no topsoil, maybe like an inch of topsoil, and it was all letting kind of pioneering plants do the work, as well as then shaping the landscape by taking out spots so water could penetrate. Because what happens is that the heavy clay, it's not easy for the water to actually go into that clay, so you need to help soften it up and break it up. I didn't really have the time to go and garden fork my whole yard and to break up that clay, so I dug out areas where water could sit. So there's multiple options. You could raise it up, you're going to need more water, and eventually those roots will go down, but raising it up means you need more water. You could dig down and put pioneering plants, and that's what I would kind of suggest, is if you have the ability to dig the landscape in a way that maximizes the water, put pioneering drop mulch plants in and watch the clay soil improve. Inoculate with, you can buy microbiology and spray that over the top, put organic matter in, put compost in, worm castings in, and improve your soil. Soil can be improved relatively fast. You're going to need to just make a start, I guess. So thanks for watching, enjoy.